Hello friends, welcome to another episode of one of our craft videos from the library. So today we're going to be making a book page bird, and I have a couple of templates that I've made. This one, as you can see, they're already done, and then this guy here who I'm going to kind of tip and have him look like he's kind of pecking at some seeds, and also the wing template. And you can easily find a picture of a bird if you want, or kind of just wing it yourself, however crafty you might be. And we're going to start by taking a page out of a book, and I'm going to fold it in half just because it makes it easier to make sure I have the same size paper on both sides of my bird. And I'm just going to cut it in half. I'm not going to use it folded, because what will happen is one side of my bird, the letters will be right side up, and the other side they'll be upside down. So we want to make sure both pages are right side up, and we're just going to lay one on top of the other. And we're going to take our template and lay it out on your page wherever you would like and trace it out. And then you will cut out your template. And I do have both pages together. If that's not something you're comfortable with, you certainly could do one and then the other. I just am lazy, and I thought I would just do it all at once. There, we have both pieces. And so while we have both pieces, before I lose one or they get kind of all messed up, I'm going to put some glue on the tail, the back, and the head. I'm going to leave the belly unglued so that I can attach the legs and feet. So I'm just using glue stick. A glue stick today was fine enough. You certainly could use hot glue, but the glue stick worked fine. Okay, so he is glued together just so we're not going to lose our pieces while we work on the wings. I'm going to take the rest of my book page, put it back together the way I had it, and trace the wing. The book I chose was large enough to get both my bird and my wing. If yours isn't, just use another page out of your book, that's all. And you want to lay the wing so that your words are not upside down or backwards. That's certainly up to you. If you like it upside down and backwards, you could certainly go for that look. I wasn't looking for that look. And I'm going to hold the two pages together and trace out my wing. Okay, there we go. One wing will need to be turned so that, yes, like so. Okay, and I am just going to take this Q-tip that I used on my other bird, and I'm going to color a brown marker on the end of it. A little bit. It does dry out a bit, so you kind of have to reapply the ink here and there. But I like the look of the brown marker brushed on with a Q-tip or a cotton ball. It just gives it a softer look. It's not as bold as if I just took the marker right to it. You can see how that looks, perhaps. You could also achieve the same look maybe with some paints. Like watercolor paints would be very soft. Maybe you like the bolder look and you want to, just take the marker right to it. So both of my wings are done. Now I'm going to do the same thing to both sides of the bird. I only did one side of the wings because that's all you will see. But the bird can be viewed from either side, so we want to do both sides. Okay, I've done the same thing to both sides of my bird. And maybe this is a look you're not looking for. I just like it. It kind of gives it that antique kind of old age look. But maybe you just want to use some scrapbook paper or leave your book page plain. Do whatever you like. You could even draw some lines to indicate the feathers on the tail or give it an eye, whatever you like. We're just doing it kind of pretty simple and basic today. Okay, now comes a little bit trickier of a part. Not that it's terribly tricky, but we want to take two paper clips and turn them into feet and legs. And just like you have a right foot and a left foot, we want the bird to have a right foot and a left foot. We don't want him to just kind of look kind of off balance or anything. So your paper clip, we are going to take the inner piece of the paper clip and pull it up and straighten it to look like the leg, and then the outer curved piece will remain for the foot. And so you want the shorter part here on the outside to be on the inside, and then the other one that's also on the inside to just kind of be opposite it. I'm not sure I'm explaining myself correctly, but if I turn it like so, they would match. If I lined them up side by side, they match. So we want to just flip it around so they I guess are like mirror images. I guess that's the right phrase to describe it, perhaps. And then they will be different. So you can just pull this up, the piece that's in the middle, but I will say that you want to kind of push down maybe just a smidge in, because if you bend it right here where it curves, it snaps right off. At least my paper clips did. So you just kind of want to hold it a little bit there and bend so it kind of looks like it has a heel. See how I'm doing that? It kind of has a heel about it. Okay. And then you can bend the piece up. And I can do it with my fingers. It does not straighten that great with the fingers, but it's not bad. And then I want to just bring the other piece here in and over a little bit to just kind of make it look a little more foot-like, to me anyway. So there's one foot, and we'll do the same thing with this one. Just kind of pull this up a little bit. Okay, and I'll use the pliers on this one. I'm just using some needle nose pliers, so you can see the two differences, that you can do it with your fingers or you could use pliers. But like I said, do be careful. Make sure you are gentle back here because it does tend to snap off if you bend it too far back. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull this piece over. All right, it's kind of like a little teardrop shape. And it's going to go inside my bird. Oops, I forgot to glue his wings on though. So before we do that, let me glue on his wings. Something kind of like so. Okay. And flip them over and glue the other wing on. There, he's got his wings. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to take the glue and I'm just going to dig the leg right in, the paper clip right into the glue and get a good gob of it on there. And then I'm just going to stick it in between the two pages in his belly. And I'm going to do the other one. So there we have it, our little birdie. These would be great on your bookshelf perhaps, or maybe even in a windowsill. Maybe you want to use scrapbook paper, the book page, whatever you have around the house. You could coat them with Mod Podge if you want them to last a bit longer or maybe be a little more rugged and sturdy. If you don't have Mod Podge, try a mixture of some glue and water. And it's not the same as Mod Podge, but it's similar enough that you should be all set with that. And let's see. Oh, and I would love to see your photos of your finished projects. If you're so inclined to share, you can drop us a picture to info@killinglypl.org. And I hope I catch you in another one of our craft videos. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a great day.